Guess where we are, guys?
We made it to the Trevi Fountain.
We want to try to come as late as possible. We're here at midnight, and as you can see, it is still packed. But imagine in the daytime. Imagine when everyone, the entire city is awake. There is no way to get this close to the fountain at any other time. We just visited Rome for 3 days for part of an 8-day trip to Italy, visiting some tourist favorites and local villages around town.
We're going to tell you whether Rome should make your Italy itinerary at all for the 5 different types of travelers. Stay till the end for the full verdict.
And if you enjoy real and honest travel reviews, make sure you subscribe to Ari and Gary, where we make every mile count. If this is your first time in Rome, the first thing you should know is that Rome is huge, and picking a hotel or your lodging in the wrong part of town can completely ruin your trip. We tried out 2 neighborhoods to see which one that you may like better. Airbnbs in Greater Roma are much more cost effective than the hotels in the city center, but it's about a 10-minute ride from any of the major attractions.
We also stayed at Hotel Gioberti, much closer to the main attractions. The pros are that you can walk to most of the major sites, you don't need a metro at all, and after a long day, that matters.
Trevi Fountain is the number one thing that every Rome guide tells you to see, so we did what every guide tells you, and we went during the daytime. And it is beautiful, but it's also impossible to enjoy. The crowd is pretty much near shoulder to shoulder, everyone's fighting for a picture. You can pay €2 to get a little closer to the fountain, but what's the point because it's still just as packed.
We came back a little after midnight and we realized that this was way more enjoyable than the daytime. You have way better shots of the fountain and you can get amazing pictures without the crowd in the background.
I found €1. We're throwing €1 in here. We're gonna make a wish together because I only have €1, so we gotta share our wish. So let's wish. Give me a second, guys.
1, 2, 3.
All right, I'll let you guys know if my wish comes true in like a year because that's the timeline I set for it.
It's also a great time to get access to the Lover's Fountain. And legend has it, if you drink this water with your lover, you'll be in love forever.
If you do one thing differently in Rome, come to the Trevi after midnight. You'll see why everyone says it's magical, because during the day, you won't. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that there's a city underneath the Trevi Fountain. It's called the Vicus Caprarius. The water that pours through the Trevi today comes from the aqueduct the Romans built over 2,000 years ago, and you can walk through it all where it started.
The whole tour was $8 total for both of us. $8. That might be the best $8 we've ever spent on a tour.
Even if you're on a budget, this is one paid attraction you should do in Rome. It's cheaper than a cup of coffee at the airport, and you walk away knowing something that most tourists never even hear about.
And a short 10-minute walk down the road is the Spanish Steps, a definite must-see attraction in Rome.
All right, we need to be honest about something. We did not go inside the Colosseum, and we don't regret it.
Here's why. The line to get in was hours long. The ticket isn't cheap, and the most cinematic view of the Colosseum, the one that makes you actually feel something, is from the outside and at night. And if you plan on buying a ticket the day of, just expect to wait hours long.
We walked the perimeter in the daytime and then again at night, and it was 2 completely different vibes, and the night version won. Now right behind us, guys.
We made it to the Colosseum. Yep, 2 a.m.
2 a.m. walking around Rome's Colosseum. Who would have thought?
with my love.
My love. I remember being in New York with my little, I forgot the name of the book, but it was purple. Little purple textbook.
scholastic textbook in a social studies class, learning about the Colosseum and seeing all the pictures and saying, man, I wish I could go there. Thinking that I would never, ever, ever make it out here because I'm just some kid from the Bronx. Hey, look at me now.
We made it.
I made it, mama.
The Vatican is another stop we wanted to make sure was part of our itinerary in our short stay in Rome. It's home to St. Peter's Basilica, and it has the world's tallest dome that was designed by Michelangelo at the age of 71. And the line to get inside was brutal.
But once you're inside, you understand why people wait. It's the kind of place where you stop talking and you just look up. The pace inside is slow. You're shuffling with everyone else, but every few steps, something else catches you.
Is the Vatican a little slow paced? Absolutely. Is it worth seeing? Absolutely. Just make sure you go in knowing what you're signing up for. Even if it's not your faith that brings you here, the Renaissance artwork is worth seeing. Seeing pieces from artists like Michelangelo is worth it on its own. And who knows, you might even run into Pope Leo. The next stop is one we didn't expect and kind of just stumbled into.
The Villa Borghese is this huge park in the middle of Rome. And in the middle of the park, there's a lake. And on the lake, you can rent a rowboat for about 20 minutes. It was completely random. We just stumbled into it, and it became one of our favorite memories on the entire trip.
Come on, you got this. You got pull.
Going the
Yeah.
other way.
There you go. You got this. You're not bad at it.
If you're traveling Rome as a couple, this is your moment. Quiet, romantic, cheap, and you'll have it on video forever. It's only €5 per person, and you can catch a beautiful sunset of the Piazza del Popolo.
Let's chat about the food in Rome. All of the food in Rome is pretty much delicious. Whether you're getting pasta or pizza, you are bound to have a great meal. Just know if you want the best of the best, you are not going to find it in the city center.
If you only get one neighborhood in Rome, make it Trastevere. It feels like the Rome you imagined before you came. Narrow streets, ivy on the walls, locals out at every restaurant. And the place we'd send you for dinner, Tonnarello. This might be the best meal we've had in Rome.
Some of the best food we had the entire trip. Local vibes, fair prices, the kind of place you sit down and immediately know you made the right call. And there's so many local gems that you can just completely wander upon by accident. Rome is known for having so many speakeasies, and unlike the ones in America where you can find information about them on Instagram, that's not the case here. You really have to just stumble upon them. One last spot we wanted to stop in to eat was Crazy Pizza. If Tonnarello was quiet and too local for you, Crazy Pizza is the exact opposite. High energy, packed, music going, dough flying. Now we get the hype. It's touristy, it's loud, and honestly, a little pricey, but it's a great time. Don't expect a quiet romantic dinner. So, is Rome worth visiting for a couple? Let's go ahead and chat about it. We spent $1,348 during our time in Rome, and most of that went to lodging. 46% of what we spent was lodging, the other 32% was food, then followed by transportation and some other miscellaneous charges like our souvenirs. We actually spent the least amount on activities because everything was pretty much sightseeing. So, our honest take, is Rome worth it for couples in 2026? First timers in Italy, it's essential, but I wouldn't spend more than 3 to 4 days here. You regret skipping the Colosseum or Vatican if you didn't come here.
For budget couples, it could be worth it for 2 to 3 days max. Activities cost rarely anything. Food and views are the trip. And you can save on lodging if you stay on the outskirts of Rome.
For our mid-tier couples with a couple thousand to spend, this is the sweet spot for you. You want to spend about 3 days in Rome. This is enough time to see all of the major attractions without rushing through them.
For our honeymoon and luxury travelers, yes, but only for 4 to 5 days max, and pair it with Tuscany or the Amalfi Coast. Rome alone is intense.
And for our travelers looking for the beach and relaxation, skip Rome altogether. You'll enjoy towns like Sorrento, the Amalfi Coast, or even Puglia, which we have a video on this hidden gem coming up real soon. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We have 2 more videos from this trip coming up from both Venice and Puglia, so subscribe so you don't miss them. And let us know in the comments what you're excited the most about for your upcoming trip to Italy.